Hello my dear people, you're welcome to the channel. How are you all doing? I want to believe that you're all doing fine. So today I have Governor Wike calms down but blows hot and issues serious warning. Okay, so I'm going to be playing the video for you guys to see for yourselves, watch for yourselves and hear for yourselves. All right, but before then I want to encourage you to please go ahead and support this channel by subscribing to the channel, and also please turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload a video on this channel you will get notified. Thank you so much for the support. Please watch the video. After the video would come the comments and some concerns that people have raised with regards his speech. All right, please watch.
My dear good people of Rivers State, in the last 2 months, we have implemented several calculated measures in response to the outbreak of the coronavirus in our state. Some of these measures were severe but necessary, including the total lockdown of Obiabo and Port Harcourt local government areas, which are, without doubt, the socio-economic nerve centers of our state. Arguably, these measures and your sacrifices have enabled us so far to contain and limit the spread of this virus to 4 out of the 22 local government areas of the state. Also, the pattern of infection remains predictable, as there is yet any evidence of serious community transmission, although this cannot be ruled out with the increasing number of positive cases, the majority of which are connected with contacts with oil company workers who imported the disease into the state. And so, while we should all still be concerned, since our set goals in the battle against the virus are not yet achieved, we are totally in control, working hard every day and believing that the worst will soon be behind us. In continuation of our struggle against the spread of COVID-19 in our state, we had planned to resume the total lockdown on Obiabo and Port Harcourt local government areas from Wednesday, 27th May 2020. However, after a comprehensive review of the measures we have taken and further considerations placed before us by well-meaning members of the public, the State Security Council has decided to cancel the proposed lockdown on Obiabo and Port Harcourt local government areas of the state. In essence, no part of Rivers State is or will be under any lockdown from this moment, and this will be so except where it becomes necessary again. As we all know, the regular washing of hands, religious wearing of face masks, keeping effectively physical and social distance of between 1.5 to 2 meters from other people, completely avoiding touching of faces with unwashed hands, and cleaning of surfaces we regularly touch have been identified as some of the most effective measures against contracting this virus in the absence of vaccine. These are not difficult measures that should warrant any excuses for negligence, none or ineffective compliance. Consequently, we wish to reinforce our decision on continuous implementation of the following measures throughout the state to mitigate the spread of this virus. All land borders, including all exits and entry routes into Rivers State, shall remain closed to human and vehicular traffic, and sea borders, except those on essential services and duly exempted. All residents must wear face masks or covering into any public space, including our roads, banks, shopping malls, shops, hotels, and in any lawful social gathering. The State Task Force and security agencies have been directed to arrest and summarily prosecute any person seen on our streets or any other public place without wearing face masks. All banks, motor parks, hotels, restaurants, shops, business centers, shopping malls, and offices must maintain social distancing and enforce the wearing of face masks in their premises. The state task force and security agencies have been directed to seal up, prosecute, and confiscate to the state any bank, shopping mall, restaurant, business places, or office that fails to enforce social distancing and the wearing of face masks in its premises. In addition to providing daily guest lists to the police and the Department of State Security, hoteliers must not host large gatherings, including parties and receptions. Defaulting hotels will be sealed up and the owners summarily prosecuted. All bars, beer parlors or drinking joints, nightclubs, viewing centers, open markets, and cinemas shall remain closed until further notice. Oil mill market in Obiakpo local government area shall remain closed until further notice. Ogniwa slaughter market in Obiakpo local government area shall similarly remain closed until further notice. Mbiama market in Ahuda West local government area shall also remain closed until further notice. All public weddings, burials, and large social gatherings shall remain banned. Churches and other religious gatherings should continue to comply with the existing advisory on social distancing, initiate temperature checks, and enforce the wearing of face masks during their worships and other activities. Dealers in Ikoku spare parts markets are warned for the last time to stop converting public roads to mechanic workshops or risk final closure. Similarly, no mechanic workshop should be found along the quarry road, as government will prosecute defaulters and confiscate any vehicle being repaired on any public road. Private and commercial vehicles, including tricycles, must continue to limit their passengers to the number earlier established and enforce the wearing of face masks by all passengers. Defaulters will be prosecuted and their vehicles confiscated by the task force. We have taken these measures at the best interest of our state to protect our lives, businesses, and jobs, as well as to prevent our troubled economy from suffering irreparable damage. This also means that residents now bear much greater responsibility to stop and prevent our state from suffering the exponential and potential devastating spread of the virus being experienced across the country. As I have stated earlier, there's nothing to worry about. The increasing number of positive cases as such is not unexpected in the light of the intensification of contact tracing and increased testing of suspected cases. As 60% of the positive cases recorded in the state are connected with oil company workers, we have initiated a meeting with all the major oil companies to work out strategies on how we can stop this trend and stop the risk this category of workers now pose to the state. Furthermore, government is investigating the rumor of suspected outbreak of the virus at Bonny Island. Our team of medical personnel led by the Commissioner of Health have visited Bonny Island and collected samples for suspected cases for analysis and immediate intervention should the results indicate the outbreak of the virus in the area. Finally, our intelligence has intercepted a clandestine plan by some criminal elements led by one Boboski, who's been sponsored to cause security breaches in the state by instigating violence and burning down churches in Kana, Eleme, Gokana, Tai, Oyibo, Ikwe local government areas of the state. We want to assure all residents that the state government is fully ready and prepared to deal with the situation and continue to guarantee the protection of lives and property throughout the state. We implore all residents to be vigilant and report all suspicious characters and movements in their neighborhoods to security agencies. As a further security measure, we have decided to impose a nighttime curfew on all the 23 local government areas of the state from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. starting from the 2nd of June 2020 until further notice. Leaders and vigilante groups and our communities are to work with security agencies to enforce the curfew in their localities and arrest and prosecute anyone that violates this curfew order. As a government, we are doing our best and will continue to spare no efforts to protect our state and advance the best interests of our people. Nothing can scare, deter, or derail us from this path. And so, we urge our people to stop the fake news on social media, stop the baseless bickering, the needless blame game, and the seditious rumors that does no good to our image or provide any solution to the common challenges that we face. Rather, we should all come together, put our faith in our own hands, and work for the common good of all, whether as individuals, families, or as communities. This is the only way to spare our state, our people, and our economy from the devastating effects of the corona pandemic at this time. We cannot stop appreciating our health workers who have continued to put their lives at risk in the forefront.
So that's it, my people. Let's look at what his people are saying. People currently in the States, let's look at what they're saying. Okay, he's got some good comments and also some people who are concerned with certain things that he has said. All right, so let me begin with the good comments, and then I would move to the concerns that people have raised with regards to all he has said. Somebody said, wow, responsive government, keep up with the good work. It's the responsibility of the government to protect the public. God guide and protect you as you continue to govern with the best practices and the fear of God. Another person said, God bless our governor. God grant you the grace and wisdom to continue to do the best for Rivers State. Another person said, thanks for your efforts. Although most of the things you did in the public, like demolishing the hotel, made me want to hate you, but after listening to one of your speech via Facebook, I found out anyone in such position will do the same out of anger. My apology for commenting bad that exact day. Keep up your good work, Mr. Governor. God bless you. And that person said, thanks, Governor. God bless you. God bless you. It's just more like God bless you. But then let me now move to the concerns. Somebody said, what crimes did bars commit that they remain on lockdown while hotels are open? Even when some bars barely accommodate up to 20 customers, yet they manage to pay for their house rent, shop rent, and other bills. I think our governor should review and include bars to maintain social distance, which I know will help to reduce unemployment in our state upon opening. Okay, so this person is concerned about the bars not opening and is asking that bars should open, however, with social distancing. Another person said, you're doing well, Mr. Governor. This is another praise and concern. However, as we continue to search for better options, I'd like you to consider the plight of traders with shops in major markets, as there are concerns of their goods getting expired. Wow, that's true. That's another good point. I want to understand why mechanics are not allowed on Ikwere Road. Someone kindly shed some light on this. Ikoku being closed is a big burden for those that depend on selling motor parts to keep their families going. That's also true. Please consider providing some sort of support for these people doing business inside Ikoku. I'm sure they have an association and you have all the contacts, sir. As I sign off, I want to commend your commitment. I want to applaud your prompt payment of salaries. Wow. I want to say Julius Berger is doing a good work. The new Rivers vision is feasible. Wow. That's good. Another person said, most of the people commenting here are those who are feeding from their parents. So I'm not surprised they are praising their master. But don't worry, he will soon get tired and open everywhere. Hashtag lazy youths. So more like that concern is about the parts of the market that would not be opening. Another person said, "Good evening, Your Excellency. Indeed, you're doing a good job, which many may not appreciate. I salute your courage in the steps you've taken so far to keep our beloved state safe from COVID-19. However, sir, I sincerely want to appeal that you look for a very possible and safe way to reopen the markets and Ikoku spare part market. Truly, these are very essential places for human survival. If possible, sir, you can allocate days when these markets can be opened as is done in some other states. The same measure you've instructed shopping malls and other business centers to operate can also be implemented in the marketplaces. Traders and buyers alike must wear face masks, use hand sanitizers, and maintain social distance within the markets. The market managers and unions can be mandated to enforce this and also carry out disciplinary measures on defaulters. With these measures, sir, people can return to the market safely. These measures can also be enforced in our schools in order to reopen the schools. Sir, the truth is that the measures you've meted out for shopping malls and other business centers to strictly adopt can be applied in any other social environments like markets, schools, cinemas, recreation centers, etc. Finally, sir, burial and wedding ceremonies can still go on with the same measures strictly adopted. In Lagos State, for example, burial ceremonies are held with not more than 20 persons in attendance. We can limit ours to 50 persons for both burial and marriage ceremonies, with all due measures duly applied during the ceremonies. God bless you, sir. Well, I think I agree with what this person said, but I have a bit of concern with reopening of schools. If schools are going to reopen, I think it should be like the primary schools reopening, okay? Because those ones, it is easy to enforce on them to put on their face mask, wear their face mask. It's easy to give them instructions and they would listen, as compared to the nursery, kindergarten. Okay, those ones are still babies and may not be able to understand, like, hey, when you tell them, hey, wear your face mask and all of that. But primary schools, they may be able to open, but then social distancing will also have to take place in the classroom. In the classroom where you have like 50 students, that one will not work now. Where you have about 10 people sitting in one long chair, that one, I don't know how how the classrooms look like, but I'm just trying to imagine, as per Nigeria, where you have like 10 people sitting in one chair, that one would not work. So if there's going to be good social distancing in schools, then schools can open. But however, let's also bear in mind that Malaysia, I heard, opened schools, and then the virus skyrocketed. That I heard. I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so with opening schools, I think we need to be careful with that because of our children. Truly, because of our children. But regarding other places like the market and all of that, they can try to also enforce the face mask thing, the social distancing thing. But I know the social distancing thing in the market is not easy. I know it's not easy, but they can just try, because these people are also looking for ways to feed their families. They're also looking for ways to feed their families. Anyway, let me end here, so I'm not making the video too long. All right, I'd like to hear from you guys as well, so please feel free to drop your comments, suggestions, opinions, or ideas on how you think they can solve this problem of corona on lockdown in Rivers State. So feel free to drop your comments over there. And like I earlier said, please go ahead and support the channel by subscribing to the channel, and also please turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload a video on this channel, you will get notified. Like and share the video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.